My name's Amanda Filippelli. I'm the writer and creator of Blue Rooms. I'm also a writer, editor, and book coach, and I work as a publisher in Pittsburgh. So I think it's important to start this by saying that I've spent the better part of a decade trying to encourage other people to tell their story and to find the bravery and to be transparent enough to tell their own story, because I truly believe that storytelling is healing. Blue Rooms is a collection of poetry split into 3 parts. The entire book is about a journey. It's about the journey of one woman's life meant to be representative of the things that we impose on women in society, what it means to navigate that journey, and how to come out on the other end empowered. Once I finished the book, it felt weird to just let it go and publish it and move on from it. I felt like there was space to do more with it. How do you create an experience around your art? And so this is really where the idea of the stage play came from, is creating an experience that people can explore Blue Rooms in a new way. And also to create kind of this cross culture of art, to meld these 2 worlds and show that creatives from all different avenues of art can work together to create different forms of the same thing and just let it evolve into whatever it's going to be on the stage. Like most things, when I have some crazy idea, the first person I call is Kira.
Once I got here and we really dove into talking about Blue Rooms and how much it means to her and just how amazing the journey that she's gone through, but how relatable it is as well, she brought up wanting to put it on the stage. As soon as she started talking about it, I could really see it, and having a theater background, it was very clear to me that this definitely has a life on the stage, and I told her I wanted in.
The first person that I knew I needed to bring on board to this project was her, because she's the person that I'm looking to help me direct the theater aspect of it. So she's really been key in helping me create, like, what does the screenplay look like and how do I interact with the actors. I've loved to sew since I was a little kid. So when we decided that Blue Rooms was going to be a stage production, the first thing that came to my mind was, well, I want to create the costuming for this. I'm thinking about the words, I'm thinking about the meaning behind each piece as I'm making it. And so that's been a really intimate process for me that I hope that the audience can feel when they see the costuming. And it also lends to part of the experience of Blue Rooms, between the words and the poetry and the movement on stage and what that means to be a stage production, plus having these costumes that really represent what I was going through when I wrote the book. Before we started casting, I knew what I was looking for, and I knew the type of people I was looking for, because I wanted people who could really resonate with the pieces. We're also casting 3 different female leads, so there will be 1 woman representing each stage of the journey of Blue Rooms, and so it was important to me that each lead resonated with that stage.
As Amanda and I dive even further into this process with them to see where they're at and what other hidden gems they can bring to the table, once they have a full understanding of where this project is going or our intentions with it, we're so open to having feedback, because we do want it to be a collaborative process. The whole reason that these people have been cast is because there's something in them that we saw the connection to Blue Rooms. So it's really important for us to let them know that they're in an environment where they can bring their ideas and their passions and their insights and their talents to the table as we bring Blue Rooms to life.
These wonderful people showed up with these audition pieces that were just exactly what they needed to be, just captured exactly what I was looking for, and we cast really quickly. What you can expect to see from this play is something really interesting. We're going to use spoken word for the dialogue, but we've also brought on some really fantastic vocalists who are going to be using these beautiful singing voices to communicate things that makes sense for. We're going to be using interpretive movement to communicate some of the interactions between the characters, where sometimes movement speaks louder than words, and so I'm trying to create a space where spoken word poetry and interpretive movement and music and fashion all melds together to bring you into a space of full experience where it's open enough that you can interpret what that means for you, that you can relate to it, but it also tells a clear storyline. It tells a clear journey of one woman's life in terms of where she comes from, the women she comes from, how she learns to be herself and what it means to be that woman, some of the relationships and heartbreak and loss that she goes through, through, and then figuring out her identity and what that means in the end. But the point is to create an immersive experience where you're using all of the talents of all of our actors in one space.
I am extremely excited to be a part of this project. I think it's unlike anything I've ever done before, unlike anything I've ever seen before. I think it's going to be really, really special, and I'm honored to be a part of it. I think I need it in a way too, because I relate to the work so much, so it's going to be pretty great.
My first thoughts on this project is tremendous. I'm a writer, I write prose, and this speaks to me. And the idea of doing something like this on stage, it's gonna be powerful, and I am so happy to be a part of it.
I am very excited to be a part of this project. I think the words are very well written, and I'm very excited to bring it to life on stage.
I gotta tell you, I'm happy to be here. This is gonna be deep, it's heavy, it's pretty exciting. Has a chance to be, I think, really impactful on stage.
I've never related to material on such a deep level, and it's scary, but it's also really incredible. And I think it's gonna be very rewarding and challenging for all of us, but I'm very excited to start working on it.
Obviously, I'm really, really excited to be involved. As a singer, and lending your voice to something is always such a huge honor, but to be able to sing the beautiful words that Amanda has written is incredible, and I'm really, really looking forward to working with all of these amazing actors and dancers and artists.
I think a lot of times nowadays you get caught up doing a lot of productions that have been done a number of times over, and it's great, especially in a place like Pittsburgh that's kind of up and coming. The cultural arts around here is great, and to see an original work like this come through is pretty inspiring.
Blue Rooms will be staged at the Andrew Carnegie Free Library and Music Hall on June 22nd and 23rd. And ultimately, after this inaugural show, we plan to take it on the road and tour to as many cities as we possibly can, spreading this message of open communication in the community about mental health. And so if you're interested in being a part of that and participating in that and helping represent Blue Rooms, you can contact me and find out more information about those opportunities at blueroomsbook.com.